What's up, everybody? This is George coming at you here live in Sebring from George's Auto Sales, sponsor for my lovely video series here. Um, this is number 4 of our George Talk series. Today I want to talk to you about fear and doubt and trust. So, I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure it's the same for everybody. But a lot of times God comes to me and He says, George, I want you to do this. I'm like, ugh, it's scary, God. I don't want to do that. And He says, do it. Doesn't matter if it's scary. I said to do it. And you're like, but God, I don't like it. But if you're listening to Him, He's going to tell you it doesn't matter. And then you're like, but I can't. But you can. God gives you the power. If you look at Exodus and you'll see Moses, and God comes to him and says, Moses, go lead my people out of Israel. And Moses says, but who am I to lead these people? It's not, Moses was nobody. He was just a believer. God came to him, He chose him, and He made him able to do it. You know, Moses by himself couldn't have led the people out, but God was there. He was just using Moses as a vessel. It's the same whenever God tells us to do anything. He says, go, do this grand thing, whatever it is. Go start a Bible study. Go pray with the people. Go say bless you when you ever hear anyone sneeze. Tell people to have a blessed day if you're talking to them. Go make a stupid video, put on the Facebook about prayer, and somebody's going to watch it. Somebody's going to gather something from it. You know how hard it is for me to make these videos? It's terrible. I don't like it. But God told me to. So I'm doing it. A lot of times, we don't see when we're struggling with that little bit of fear, is that God's already made the way for us, and we just can't see it. I'm reminded of when Paul saw Jesus walking on the water and started to walk out to him. God made the water solid so Paul could walk on it. Only Paul's own fear made it water again where he started sinking. Why are we like that? Why do we have such little faith? Why don't we believe when we know that anything is possible for God? It's something that's tough to really worry about, think about. And I know it's not just me that struggles with it. I know it's not just you. It's every person in the history of the world. We have doubt because we don't live with God continually. We know Him, we love Him, but we fail. We sin. We walk away. We doubt. We've got to just remember that God is there. God is powerful. God is strong. And anything is possible with Him on our sides. That's just what I want to encourage you guys with. Just remember God is there. And if you don't know, like if you don't see God there, ask your friends. Ask them, how's God helped you? Give me an example of something. Alright, I'm gonna call you guys out. All you viewers, everybody who's watching this. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 of you or if there's 100 and just nobody's liking it. I honestly don't care, but I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. I want you to either type out or make a video, post in the comments, either on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, your choice, doesn't matter. I'll look at them all tomorrow. Let me know sometime where you were afraid to do something that God told you and you did it and how great it turned out. I'm going to give you an example right now. So, this had to have been probably 3 or 4 years ago. Probably 4 years ago. Somewhere around there. I felt God telling me that I needed to start a Bible study for people who were too old to be in high school and weren't married, weren't fully adults yet, is the way I like to put it. Like people that are in college age or a little older, in their 20s, whatever, and needed something. So, we started doing Thursday night Bible study. Okay, we called it Sebring Young Adult Fellowship for a while. It's got a new name now. Billy changed it to Crossfire, which I think is kind of cool. But so Thursday night group, we started it. It was me and Josh. Josh Hegarty, if you guys know GBC, um, or if you know him in the community, he's a great guy. So me and Josh would meet every Thursday. Sometimes it would just be me. Sometimes it would just be Josh. Other times we'd have 6, 7, 10 people show up, and it was great. We talked, we prayed, we fellowshipped. We all became good, close friends, and all of our relationships with God blossomed because it wasn't any grand thing. It was literally God told me start this because it needs to happen. And you know how I started it? I told Josh, I was like, Josh, you're my friend. Meet me on Thursday. Let's do Bible study. And then I created a Facebook page and I started posting about it and telling people, hey, we have Bible study on Thursday. You should come and see us. They told other people. We told some pastors. They told people. And it turned into this great group. Most of my closest friends right now came from that group. And now I, was running low on time. I couldn't be there every week. So Billy, one of the guys who joined our group, took it over. He's been running it. It's doing great. It's not always a huge attendance, but every time there's people there, they get something from it. Random people will walk by and hear us talking about God and get something from it. Some of them will join us for conversations sometimes. It's just amazing how God gives you these little things. It's like this little seed. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. That sounds hard. But then when you do, it turns into this giant plant. Excuse me. Sorry, my allergies have been bothering me. I don't know what, but some of these flowers are blooming out here. Um, so that's just an example. And then another one, okay? I'm going to just throw this out there. I've always felt like God uses me as a starter. You might be wondering what I mean by that. What I mean is God likes me to, I'm going to rephrase that, not as a starter, as an igniter. Ooh, I like that. I might use that as my official title. I'm George the Igniter. All about fire. Alright, so, because I like that fire. Oh, ooh, I like that. I should be a rapper. Alright, so, George the Igniter. Alright, back on track. God likes to use me to start ideas that people would be too afraid to start on their own. And then, through that, either to encourage people or to kind of pass it off and be like, hey, you can do this now. Now this is yours. I'm giving it to you. This is my gift. Did that with Billy, with the Thursday group. Kind of done that with some of the other roles I've had in the church, like with the food ministries and stuff like that, where I've just had good ideas and then through that encouraged other people to join and to bring new ideas. But I feel like that's a temporary thing because God's saying, yeah, you're doing this for now so that it can grow into that. But later you're going to do this other thing and it's going to be even bigger. It's going to be different. It's going to be huge. Also did our Wednesday morning prayer group here for a while. We would meet here at the car lot. I'd have, little table set up, sometimes coffee or donuts or whatever. And 4 or 5 different guys would come through, right? Some of these guys were at this breaking point in their life, didn't know where they could go, and they came here and they left better because we were here talking and praying. Gosh, how hard was that? Literally showed up an hour early for work and set up a table. That was all that it did. And I know at least 3 people that were super, touched and changed by that. Isn't that amazing? God uses these little, tiny, simple things to do this grand work. Basically, guys, I'm just going back to the message I said at the beginning. This is all just examples. If you're afraid, ask for help. God is there. He puts people there to help you also. He puts people there as a way of himself helping. I couldn't have done my Thursday group at the first by myself because nobody would have showed up. It would have just been me sitting there. It would have been boring. But I had friends that helped. It grew. This I need help with, guys. If you have anything that you want me to talk about, send it to me. If you have examples of how God used you after you stepped out in fear, let me know. I'd like to hear that stuff, guys. I'd like to hear any feedback you've got. I'm hoping my videos are getting a little better as far as like camera shake and all that, because I know I'm not great at it. But you got any ideas? Let me know. I also know I walk around a lot. That's not going to change. I'm just going to tell you that now. If you want me to stand still, somebody buy me a treadmill. I can walk around on that while I'm talking. You know, right? I might even get a jog in. Uh, Good stuff. So just like I said, keep liking, sharing, tweet it. Follow me on Twitter. Make sure you find our YouTube page. Follow that. Tell all your friends. Just, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. And just, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Amen.